But shout out to everybody that's here. Hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear. Y'all know what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about actor John Boyega. He was on IG Live and he was going off about, the racist fans that he may have, and the people going off on him. I still don't understand why white people argue with black celebrities like they do. I just don't get it. But anyway, especially about their political leanings, you shouldn't really care. But we're gonna also talk about the George Floyd situation too. I know that a lot of people are gonna comment on it, but I don't want it to be the whole show because I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. This is why I'm combining these two situations, because you got other people that are going to speak about this situation. They're going to talk about the rampant racism and the system of oppression that we're going through. And it's like, we've been going through this shit for years. There's nothing different. Okay. And I noticed that it is election season, and you're going to see this type of stuff happening more and more when it gets closer and closer to November. So I want people to be mindful of that, Also, I want to say that the video in regards to George Floyd was very disturbing. And I do think those officers deserve to be fired, because that is what you call being very incompetent at your job. You should never be able to wear a badge and have a gun if you're not good at your job. Let's see who's here. What's going on, Keith? True. Jaye, Virgo, Terry, Vern 85, Naj Finesse, Cat, D-Stroke, Bella Michelle, B France, True ATL, Nick the Magnificent, Brittany, Taylor, was good. Ramir, Ricky E, was good. Anthony, Jamal, Bino, Angela C. Yeah, Angela C, you are early. Jazzy W, J.O. Let's see. Marcus, Derek, Casey. Case K. You stupid fool. I guess that's your name. PG, that's what I'll call you. D Intellectual, Anthony L. Make sure y'all like the stream. Now, I wanted to emphasize this, okay? I want to emphasize this. What's going on, Facebook Pureness? I want to emphasize this. The video was disturbing. I think that guy who had his knee on this dude's neck should be charged with something, because that is gross negligence. And he knew what he was doing. What's up, meanest nice guy? But the phone lines work. It be y'all phones. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. If you're calling my show, the only two reasons why you can't get on is either there are other people that are calling. I got to understand, when somebody's talking, you ain't getting through. Or I've blocked you. Because I've had people call in trying to troll or talk shit. If you've called in and you ain't getting through, and nobody's calling in, you probably have been blocked. You probably was playing on my phone. Okay? Don't let me find out you were playing on my phone. You'll be out the chat too. What's good, TSK? Listen, how long the stream been running? Less than 10 minutes. You're not late. Shout out to Rose Scholar. No, you're not late. But this is usually the before I get into the commentary. Let's see. Let me go through this. We're going to play this video.
Am I late?
No, you're not late. We're going to get to this video. There's a bunch of clips on Twitter today, and he's trending all over Twitter. But I want to say this, people. I want to say this in regards to why, we need to be mindful of the times we are in. The media can make or break anything. The situation that happened in Georgia happened in February.
What I cannot figure out is why these people just stand around and record and don't do anything.
Appreciate that. That's what black people do. Black people stand around and record. They are afraid to do anything towards those police because I think there are black people who've been conditioned to fear police and not really stand up for themselves, Wow, Ramir, you really think that? Jeez. Well, you do have some of those cops that are weirdos, guys that were bullied in high school. They didn't have any friends. They became police officers, or they got into like weight training in order to make themselves into tough guys. Y'all know those type of people. But I want y'all to understand, we are in an election year, and you're going to start to see more of this more and more. The media has a way of making black people angry when it's time to vote. Because the media believes that if you get angry enough, you're going to go to the polls and you're going to vote Democrat. What's good, Saudia? They want you to be riled up. They want you to be angry. They want you to say, F this, Trump is the problem. We got to go to the polls. We got to vote for the Democrats. Don't withhold the vote, Diddy. Vote for Joe Biden. He cares about black people. That's what the media want. The media don't care nothing about black people. Come on now. Since when has the media cared about the life of a black man? All they do is denigrate black men every chance they get. What's good, Lara? All they do is denigrate and disrespect black men 365 days of the year. And one of those days or two of those days they're going to take off in order to use the passing of a black man at the hands of a white cop in order to push their agendas. They don't care nothing about black men. None of them do. None of those media outlets care any iota about the life of a black man. No, they do not. They want you to believe they care, but they don't. They only care when your life is taken. That's the only time in their eyes you have value. Most of the time, you have no value to them whatsoever. I agree with that. We do need to stop marching and protesting and forgiving. Why do black people march and protest and then forgive the people who harmed them? That is some of the stupidest, like, mentality to have. I see you, Abby. I'm good, Laura. Getting a lot done. Make sure y'all like the stream. Y'all protest, you march, you tear up your own community, and then you get on national TV or in a courtroom and you forgive the people who have harmed you. As a matter of fact, you want to hug them. You ask to hug them. If y'all people who was cussing out those cops actually cared about that man's life, instead of sitting on the sidelines recording, just like Rose Scholars say, put fear into him physically.
If a few of them rushed the cop, George would be alive right now. But on the other hand, we would 4 dead blacks instead of 1.
Yeah, but I'm speaking to the extremists. I'm speaking to the pro-blacks that want action. They talking about arming up. If y'all so militant, then why don't y'all do something about it? I'm not saying harm the cops. I'm saying go out there and protect your community to where when you see matters like this, you stand your ground. Yeah, they care nothing about that man's life. None of those men or none of those people that those police officers should ever be able to police another city street ever again. First of all, they look dopey. They look like buffoons in cop uniforms. But when you don't have any leadership in your community, yes, you need male leadership in your communities. Because without it, they're going to try you. If those police officers don't, fear or respect your community, this is what they're going to do to the men in your community. And it's just been absolutely laughable to see the fake caring coming out of these news networks. To see all these blue check marks who do nothing but denigrate black men. They elevate black women to put over the black men. But then they want to get on social media and act like they're so outraged when they're the same ones denigrating those black men. Do not let the media make y'all tear up your own communities, man. Because that's all we do. That's all we do is tear up our own communities. And we end up dusting ourselves off and apologizing and wanting to forgive. That's what we end up doing. That is the cycle. The cycle is we get outraged, we march and protest, we may riot, but then we forgive. The family ends up forgiving. What's good, Mr. Crouch? Hey, Mr. Crouch, I appreciate the PayPal yesterday. Shout out to you, man. That's the cycle. And then you got these weak dudes who were, bullied in high school, who wanted to have some sort of power. They probably came from a home where there were violence. They decided they wanted to be police officers because in their mind, they're going to make a difference. But in actuality, it's about having power over another human being. That's what it's about. It's about having power over another human being. Now, I know some of you may not feel like you're a part of the black community. That's fine. But if you don't feel like you're a part of the black community, then these type of situations shouldn't bother you then. But the video was definitely disturbing. those cops were very incompetent and they were negligent. I hope that family does sue the state and get as much money as they can, or the police department. I think that we need to start fighting back, but fighting back in a way that makes waves, you know? Let's check out this John Boyega video clip, because there's a bunch of them. But this was just one that I saw because of the thread. Let's see.
So I say it again, fuck you racist white people. I said what I said. And if you don't fucking like it, go suck a dick. Seriously. So I say it again, fuck you racist white people. I said what I said. And if you don't fucking like it, go suck a dick.
And let's see. These are some of the tweets. Let's see. And he's actually responding to other black people. So it ain't just white racists that upset at him. You got black people that are disagreeing with him too. So longer clip. Let's see.
In the streets, stateside, again, while saying that he can't breathe. That's a continuous cycle going on. And although I don't live in the States, but I'm black. Fuck that. So I say it again. Fuck you racist white people. I said what I said. And if you don't fucking like it, go suck a dick. Seriously. It's not about career. It's not about money. Because a lot of people like to bring that up. Oh, career, money, all these things. All those things were just a part of my dream, just a part of working. That's got nothing to do with how you treat people. It's a madness. So when I say it, I mean it. And you lot can't rattle me. That's another thing. You can't rattle me. I'm not the guy to be rattled. I wasn't raised by no weak people. You understand? I ain't a guy to be rattled. So first of all, you're going to respect black people online and make sure if you comment on all my pictures or videos and you saying anything about no black people, you saying any racist shit, that's straight up block. It's fine. It's ready. Don't need you on my page. And if you're a fan of me and you support my work and you're
agree with
racist
Boyega.
and you're arguing
Good
with what I was
video,
saying,
Jaye, as
fuck
always.
off. You fucking dickheads.
Thank you.
Yeah? So I straight up like that.
That's from Boyega, man. Let's see.
It's fine. It's ready. Don't need you on my page. And if you're a fan of me and you support my work and you're racist and you're arguing with what I was saying, fuck off. You fucking dickheads. Yeah? So I straight up like that. That's how it's going to go. And throughout my whole career as an actor, I want to let you guys know this. I'm not the guy. I'm not Hollywood. I never ever left the UK to go and live in LA for over a year. I never did. I'm from London. I'm from here. We have different fucking rules. We're real. We speak truth. Where are emotions on the wrist? I'm also African. So stop taking a piss with any racist shit. That's straight up block. It's fine. It's ready. Don't need you on my page. And if you're a fan of me and you support my work and you're racist and you're arguing with what I was saying, fuck off. You fucking dickheads. Yeah? So I straight up like that. That's how it's going to go. And throughout my whole career as an actor, I want to let you guys know this. I'm not the guy. I'm not Hollywood. I never ever left the UK to go and live in LA for over a year. I never did. I'm from London. I'm from here. We have different fucking rules.
No support, submission, or cooperation from his women and children. No power.
Appreciate that, Dollar. Let me tell you this. Boyega is very passionate. Very passionate guy. There's a small amount of those African descendant guys over there in the UK. I know people there. I've spoken to people there. I understand that, we do have, differences here and there, but they're very culturally, they mirror us a lot, Now I can understand
British
that
blacks
us in
have a
America,
different
we
set
go
of
through
rules,
different
too.
things. You don't see this going on in the UK, one, because you can't have a gun. Everybody has to walk around damn their knives. Or not say knives, but that's their main choice of weapon over there. But over here, it's a little bit different. You just don't know who's holding it unless you're doing stop and frisk. But be that as it may, I understand his passion and everything that he's saying. He has every right to defend his position. Y'all know I've had to defend my position. Some people don't like my social, political talking points. I'm not an emotional person. I'm a passionate person. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you see this white cop, ex-cop, basically choking this guy to death and not doing anything, it's going to draw ire, whether some of you like it or not.
We're real. We speak truth. Where are emotions on the wrist? I'm also African, so stop taking a piss with any racist shit that's straight up block. It's fine. It's ready. And that we ignore ignorance. And we ignore people. Sorry, my lips are dry. We ignore people that come through and try to make these situations what they're not. And in no way, obviously you lot know, man. I'm not even apologizing, first of all. You lot better fucking believe that. But there's no way.
No apologizing.
I have the opinion that there's no.
That's the best thing he could have said. No apologizing. If you have a point, you make that point, but you never apologize for it. Because when you apologize once, you're going to apologize again.
Other forms of racism. Of course, there's other forms of racism, but a black man was just murdered in cold blood in the streets, stateside, again, while saying that he can't breathe. That's a continuous cycle going on. And although I don't live in the States, but I'm black. Fuck that. So I say it again. Fuck you racist white people. I said what I said. And if you don't fucking like it, go suck a dick. Seriously, it's not about Korea. It's not very, very important at this time that we ignore ignorance.
I see some
stateside again, while saying that he can't breathe.
Mentions or disaster. Hold on, that's a long clip.
And for people to have saying I hate racists, and you feel like now you want to come and be showing yourself, and you think that someone like me is going to back down. You're very, very mad. It's very, very important at this time that we ignore ignorance and we ignore people. Sorry, my lips are dry. We ignore people that come through and try to make these situations what they're not.
All right. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, you can see they're talking. Find that video. Hold up.
And for people to have.
I think a lot of these are the same clips. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, a lot of these are like the same. I think a lot of these are the same clips. But hold on. Imagine thinking it was racist for John Boyega to be calling out racists. Y'all are something else, I swear. Let's see. I fucking hate racists. So do I. But stop swearing as you have young Star Wars fans who follow you. This is my own personal account. I am not here for kids.
Block, it's fine, it's ready. Don't need you on my page. And if you're a fan of me and you support my work and you're racist and you're arguing with what I was saying, fuck off. You fucking dickheads. Yeah? So I straight up like that. That's how it's going to go. And throughout my whole career as an actor, I want to let you guys know this. I'm not the guy. I'm not Hollywood. I never ever left the UK to go and live in LA for over a year.
It was funny how people want to bring up the Star Wars fans. What about the Star Wars the kids? What about the Star Wars kids? What about the kids that follow you? First off, kids shouldn't be on following grown men on Instagram and Twitter who does not make kid-friendly posts, so to speak.
I never did. I'm from London. I'm from here. We have different fucking rules. We're real. We speak truth. Where are emotions on the wrist? I'm also African. So stop taking a piss in any race.
Man, help them kids. Boyega fuck racist, disingenuous asshole. Think of the children. Fuck them kids. They want to bring up the kids. Why y'all trying to bring up the kids when y'all know this man is ranting, man? And they want to bring up the kids. They want to bring up the kids now. He talking about race. And they want to bring up the kids, man. Like, seriously. Y'all love bringing up when somebody's going off, right, that they disagree with. They want to bring up the kids. What about the children? What about the kids? They follow you. What about them? You know the kids is watching. Why are you saying those things? They want to bring up the kids out of nowhere.
For people to
out of nowhere, they want to bring up the kids.
And you feel like now you want to come and be showing yourself, and you think that someone like me is going to back down.
I do agree, Shy. I think he did cash out already with Star Wars. He's going to make money for life. Y'all know what's crazy? He can make money for life because he can go to those Star Wars conventions for like the rest of his career. He can just do Star Wars conventions and make money. That's what a lot of those guys who've done Power Rangers, some of these other shows from like the 90s and stuff, a lot of those guys go on the superhero circuit. Even some of the Marvel actors are doing it now. They're going on these circuits where they meet fans. They get paid per appearance. He can do that and make money.
Ignorance. And we ignore people. Sorry, my lips are dry. We ignore people that come through and try to make these situations what they're not. And in no way, obviously you lot know, man. I'm not even apologizing, first of all. You lot better fucking believe that. But there's no way that I have the opinion that there's no other forms of racism. Of course there's other forms of racism, but a black man was just murdered in cold blood in the streets, stateside, again, while saying that he can't breathe. That's a continuous cycle going on. And although I don't live in the States, but I'm black. Fuck that. So I say it again. Fuck you racist white people. I said what I said. And if you don't fucking like it, go suck a dick. Seriously. It's not about career. It's not about money. Because a lot of people like to bring that up. Oh, career, money, all these things. All those things were just a part of my dream, just a part of working. That's got nothing to do with how you treat people. It's a madness. So when I say it, I mean it. And you lot can't rattle me. That's another thing. You can't rattle me. I'm not the guy to be rattled. I wasn't raised by no weak people. You understand? I ain't the guy to be rattled. So first of all, you're going to respect black people online and make sure if you comment on all my pictures or videos and you saying anything about no black people, you saying any racist shit, that's straight up block. It's fine. It's ready. Don't need you on my page. And if you're a fan of me and you support my work and you're racist and you're arguing with what I was saying, fuck off. You fucking dickheads.
Let's see. Some people are taking it personal, but I just think he's speaking his mind, man. There's nothing wrong with these guys being honest. That video was disturbing. That situation should have never happened. When those situations happen, people are going to say it's racism. And those ex-cops have nobody to blame but themselves. If you've done better at your job and followed protocol instead of trying to look tough, Instead of, I'll tell you, a lot of these guys, again, used to get their ass whooped when they were younger. Now they got a badge and a gun, and they're still getting their ass whooped. That's why they are resorting to shit like this. This is why these situations are happening, because they are continuing to get their ass whooped, even though they have a badge and a gun. They still don't know how to protect themselves. And that makes them angry. The fact that even with who they are, when they walk into a room with a black man, they still feel scared. That's the mentality. A lot of these guys are in power positions, but you wouldn't know about how scared they are. If you're not scared, you'd be doing your job right. But you're intimidated by black men. Because if you weren't intimidated, you wouldn't be getting in your feels when it comes to these arrests. I think black men live rent-free in a lot of white men's heads, especially the ones who are police officers in some of these neighborhoods who end up in situations like this where they have to physically impose themselves on a guy. And it ain't just them. They need help because they can't fight. They don't know how to take a suspect to the ground. There's nothing worse than a police officer that can't defend himself. There's nothing worse than that, man. You got a badge and a gun and you still intimidated by black men. Still intimidated. That's sad. That's sad that you're still intimidated by black men, even though you're in a position of power or authority. You're in a position of authority. These are some more tweets. I tell you, these guys are straight up pussies with a badge. Racist. So you hate a group of people who hate a group of people. Pat yourself on the back. Gimli. So you're trying to insult me based on my appearance? Sounds familiar. Oh yeah, that's what racists do. We'll meet you by Mordor with the rest of the madam. See you soon, bro. We will get that ring. Bye. Oh, man. Let's see. I'm seeing if all this because he said he hates racists. John Boyega's aunties are so dumb. I'm sick of y'all.
It's fine. It's ready. Don't need you on my page. And if you're a fan of me and you support my work and you're racist and you're arguing with what I was saying, fuck off. You fucking dickheads. Yeah?
That's
so I straight up like that. That's how it's going to go. And throughout my...
Brittany, that's what you call reverse psychology. Whenever they tell you to not be racist, it's what you call reverse psychology. They're trying to give you reverse psychology, My
whole career as an actor, I want to let you guys know this. I'm not the guy. I'm not Hollywood. I never ever left the UK to go and live in LA for over a year. I never did. I'm from London. I'm from here. We have different fucking rules. We're real. We speak truth. Where are emotions on the wrist? I'm also African, so stop taking a piss.
He's also African. Let's see if I can find some more clips. All right. That's the same tweets. Let's see. I'm going to be on this a little while longer, then I'm going to take phone calls. I'm going to see if there's another video clip. I guess not. I'm going to just go ahead and take phone calls. Yeah. That's the call-in number. So y'all go ahead and call in. Speak on the topic. Also, like the stream, people. I think that people need to point the finger where it needs to be pointed, and is at the incompetent ex-cops. Especially the guy that did all of this. He's the point man for this bullshit. Hold on, I got to do the sound thing. I do this every time. Yo, you're live. What's going on?
What's good, Jay? It's DT up, man.
What's good, DT?
Man, it's the same issue that's been going on for decades. The killing of unarmed black men.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Eric Gardner. It's getting crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand how people could get on Boyega for speaking how he feels about a situation that affects him because he's the same race as black folks. And it's like, I don't understand why he can't say he hates racists, because it's like, I don't like people that discriminate towards somebody who comes from a different background.
Right. I think it's because he's a Hollywood actor and they think he's race baiting. But I think that he's speaking from somebody that maybe feel extremely hurt by that video. And I think they're not taking that into consideration. And they feel personally attacked. Listen, if somebody is going after racists, I'm not going to feel angry about that. Go at the racists. Have at it.
Me either.
Yeah.
Me either. I just don't like that attitude. Why? So why does someone have to apologize for being born a certain way? I hated that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't mind people that come from different backgrounds, and it's like, just because he's a celebrity, that doesn't mean he can't speak his mind.
Right. Mm-hmm. And like I said,
his platform.
Yeah, he's gonna be making Star Wars convention money for the rest of his life. Like he doesn't even have to act anymore if he doesn't want to. So I don't think he cares about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I know it's going off a little off topic, but I feel like his character got screwed, if you ask me. Because it's like the story was weak. Anyway, I just want to put my 2 cents in there. People can say how they feel and make no apologies for it. That's what I say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Jay.
All right, DT. Appreciate the call, man.
Stay safe and red pill up, man.
All right, man. Red pill up, man. Shout out to DT. Y'all gonna make me put that on the shirt. You can tell this dude is rattled by that video, man. Yo, you live. What's up?
Yo, what up, though, man? This Distro calling in.
What's good, man?
Hey, man. I missed out on the live stream yesterday, man. And I really wish I could have spoke on that, but this is crazy. I think we, as a collective community, man, we need another Black Wall Street, man. We need to find a way to regain the power. To put money back in our own hands, man, because we are at a point where we are reliant on other communities to support us when we should have a way to support each other. We shouldn't have to rely on anybody else, Well, other races, they see that and they look down on us, and it's kind of like, we can just
I was gonna say real quick, we can't do that because there's too much fighting amongst each other.
Exactly.
And black people don't respect other black people leading them.
Exactly.
So that's why you'll never see that.
We don't want to hear anything that another brother or another sister has to say, because we totally discredit it as being invalid, because it's like, what do you have? A white person has this, a white person has that, and it's like, well, wait a minute, man, damn, you ain't got no faith in your own. That's where it starts right there. You have to have faith in your community, and a lot of times we don't have that. It's crazy. We got a couple mountains that we got to get over first, before we can even get to that. We got way too much hatred amongst each other, man. But this is just like disgusting to see that, man. I was listening to homeboy talk, John Boyega. I totally respect him for that, man. You know, I haven't heard anybody from our community really be that passionate, coming from like a Hollywood platform in a long time, man. I was saying like I came up during that Tupac era. You know, that kind of reminded me of that, man. You know, this cat was way more than just a rapper, you know, a poet and all that, man. I remember he gave a speech talking to you know, what was it, the Nation of Islam. You know, go look that up if you get a chance. If you ain't never seen that, man, that'll move you right there. You know, but we need somebody like that in the community right now. We need somebody that can really like shake shit up, you know, and get it going, man, because we need that right now. You know, we need to become like more militarized, I feel like, you know, and just get into that mindset, you know, where we're not playing no games, you know what I mean? Because everybody's looking at us like a clown right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit gotta stop, man. This is crazy. There's no way in the world that a white lady holding a damn poodle, you know what I mean, should have enough balls to step to a brother like that in the first, you know, and then this, you know, this is just like a repeat of everything that I've been seeing my whole life, man. This is ridiculous. You know, this feels like we almost went back to the civil rights era instead of moving forward. You know, like when is it gonna end?
Well, it'll end when black people get some leadership and learn how to police themselves.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. That needs to happen immediately, you know, because if we don't police ourselves, then the police is going to end up wiping us off the face of the planet. But, man, listen, I'm gonna get it going because I know you're on a time limit.
Yeah. I'm trying to get as much people on because people say they don't get on, so I'm trying to get as much people to call.
Yeah, I already know, man. Listen, love what you do, brother. Red pill.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man.
I know.
All right. Yo, you live. What's going on?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yo, you already know what it is. I'm not going to say my name, but check this out, right?
Okay, what's up? What's going on?
See, this is crazy. The bottom line is the real shit, all this talking is cool, right? But the reality is that black people got to start busting back. Up that. Like, on some real shit. If it was somebody that really had that heart and really had that spirit that was out there seeing this man get killed like that, a black person with a real black mind that was fed the fuck up and that was really in that spirit and that energy would have shot that cracker. And look, we gotta die anyway, so everybody gotta motherfucking die. So if you're going to die, at least you go with a motherfucking cause and take one of them out with you.
Well, I think that's for the people who are the most militant. The militant people I've been seeing, if they want to go out there and really get into it, do what you want to do, man.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is, it's not so much to say, do what you want to do per se, but that's a reality. That's the only way
to protect yourself. I mean to protect yourself in your community. But not go out here and just go after people. Just protecting yours and what's around you.
Going after anybody.
It's just in case it's perceived that way. Hold on. It's just in case people perceive it that way.
Well, yeah. Okay, for all of the coons out there who are afraid to stand up for yourself because you've been indoctrinated and you fear white people, nobody says to go and attack anybody innocent. What I'm saying is that when things like that happen, if we were in our natural state of mind, if we were unified, a motherfucker would have shot that cracker. And that just would have been what it is. All that talking is cool, but at the end of the day, action. We need action. And that's just what it is. A motherfucker talking about somebody ain't gonna do nothing. Nigga, you don't know what the fuck I would do. And it's not to say what a person ain't gonna do. See, it's coon ass niggas like that that's always saying what a person ain't going to do. I'm saying what needs to be done.
So you'll definitely get out here and definitely get in there and do something. From what I'm saying.
I mean, if this was somebody who I knew, or even somebody that I didn't know, as a black person who understands that it could be me, and I would want somebody to protect me.
Right.
Like I love myself just that much that I can relate when I see another black person go through pain at the hands of racist ass crackers. You damn right I would have done something.
I see. Okay.
And that's just what it is. But it's too many other black people that with a coon spirit, a weak heart, and a weak mind that'll tell you, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing. Or
well, that's coming off. Well, a lot of black people don't do anything. They protest and they riot and then they forgive.
No, I get that. Right, exactly. I'm not talking about them. I'm saying for a person like myself that's speaking up against injustice, that's passionate about the shit and that's fed up, right? You will have these coon-ass niggas that'll sit here and complain and talk about how sad they are, but when a real black person with a real black mind say that we need some action and all this talking is just not getting nowhere, then these weak-ass niggas say, you're not going to do anything. You want us to run out here and get ourselves killed. Nigga, you already dying and you dying for free. You might as well take one of them motherfuckers out with you.
Well, I think that honestly, the reason why people have a coward mindset is because we've been integrated with different communities and we don't trust each other leadership wise. And if you don't got no leadership, then you can't come together as a community and stop a lot of this shit from even getting to the level that it's getting to. Because nobody fears us. So therefore, you're going to see things like this.
This caller has the spirit of a warrior.
Because you have too many black people. Score. You see, what we have to understand too is that every black person that claims that they're pro-black is not for blackness. That's another misconception. Every so-called black person isn't for blackness. So you have phony ass niggas and scary niggas amongst the real trying to talk you off from really protecting your shit. And they'll try to impute fear in you and say that you're going out to try to get everybody killed. These people are killing us anyway. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's the last resort, praise? March? Nigga, we've been doing that. The only other thing left to do is to get some guns, motherfucking coagulate together, get your mind right, and fight back. It's nothing else.
Yeah. Like, well, I appreciate the call. I got to get to some more of these callers, but I appreciate the passion, okay? All right?
Holla.
All right. Shout out to the call, man. She want action. And that's definitely to you pro-blacks I've been seeing on Twitter and on social media and Instagram. You militant y'all need to be out here doing something. Yo, you live. What's going on?
Hey, what's good? Jay Black to speak Saliba.
What's good, Saliba?
Not much. I want to say that this dude, John Boyega, he's passionate. I forgive him. John Boyega, he's passionate. Yeah, he was, and I agree with him 100%. Also, I know you talked about Gail Kim last night, and you know how she did her thing, what she did, and you thought it was fake. Well, it probably was fake. Yeah. But you know, before you would have a lot of so-called pro-blacks who say, "Well, where's Oprah Winfrey? Where's Gail Kim? Why ain't they saying anything? Why isn't Obama saying anything? Why isn't this black celebrity saying anything?" Now she says something, and then you have other people saying that, oh, it's fake. I did one thing to you, though. At least you never go around saying, where's this person, where's that person, when something gets down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, like, really talking about you. I'm just talking about some of these other pro-blacks who sit there and say, where's this person at? Why can't they speak out? Why can't that person speak out? Then when they speak out, you're faking. Now you're a hypocrite. It's like, which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to lie to you. Within the since this pandemic happened, I mean, you have the guy in Aubrey who got shot. I don't know if you know about this story. There's a black woman where the cops broke in her home, and it turned out to be the wrong home.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, I know of that story.
Okay, you had that incident. That was a BS incident. And then you have this one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's too much now. Like, it's the cops.
They're sloppy. Those cops are sloppy. They're not doing their job properly.
Yeah, they're not. It's crazy now. Like, it's open season on black people now. And I'm not the type of person that goes around saying black power. We gotta fight the white. But it's getting ridiculous now. Like, everybody, like, it's too much now. How many times am I seeing me in a guy's neck, I can't breathe, or a guy who was shot unarmed and they put him in cuffs anyway and stuff, and they're all black. How many times? I mean, Sandra Bland. I mean, how many times have we seen this stuff? You know what I'm saying? So I give John Boy, he was passionate. I don't think he's fake. I don't think he was faking it.
No, I don't think he's faking it either. No, I don't think he's faking it.
Yeah, he was passionate about that one. Because like you said, he did Star Wars, and he can make money off of Star Wars for the rest of his life, like you said.
Yep.
So, I mean, maybe people didn't like his character in the movie. I mean, I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But listen, he made his money. And if they start that movie alone, he's going to get other roles because he's in Star Wars. When you're in a popular franchise like that, they're going to get other roles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's still getting roles. You know.
He's going to get roles. This is not going to stop him from getting roles. What did he say that was wrong? All he said was that he was a racist fan. He put him in check.
Yeah. Well, you have the I'm not racist. I got black friends. Those are the ones that got upset.
Oh my God! I see a lot of them. I see a lot of them on Facebook. I had some on Facebook where I was literally the only black friend on their whole friends list.
Wow.
Not because I'm a Jets fan. But as soon as I said, bring Michael Vick back. I mean, as soon as I said I'd like to sign on Michael Vick, I got kicked out of groups and everything else because I said that. I said I like to sign on Michael Vick back when the Jets signed Michael Vick. Oh, get the F off my friends list. I'm literally the only black person on their friends list. And I'm getting blocked, and I'm like, what did I say? All I said was Michael Vick gives us a better chance than the quarterback we have to win.
Yeah.
That's all I said.
Yeah. I don't understand the hate for him. But,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. I don't want to keep you too long.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for the call, Shaliva.
All right, no problem, man.
All right. Shout out to Shaliva with the call. Yeah, man, you Caucasian people showing out today. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's up, Jay? It's Jaye, calling from Oakland, California.
What's good, man?
Saliba made a good point. That happened to me too. Even though I'm not a Jets fan, I'm a Raider fan. I remember that I was getting blocked over saying Michael Vick should get another chance. So it's all double standard. But man, I had to get off Instagram and Facebook, man. Yeah, I just didn't want to see that picture. And the sister that called, man, I felt her spirit. It's like a Sheeta Shakur, like, man, like she had that spirit of a warrior. So I get where she was coming from, and I think you do too. So I'm glad that was a good call that you had. Out here in the Bay Area, there's a lot of conversation going on. A lot of cops are calling back. It's I guess everybody trying to keep the peace, but it's all.
Listen, I don't think black people should be tearing up their own communities. To be honest with you, that's never the answer. You're not making an impact. You're just giving these networks content. That's all you're doing. You're going to give them content for the next couple of months by doing that, by tearing up your own community.
Yeah, that's not happening. Hopefully not. I think I saw something on DC, but I never understood that too, especially during the Watts era. We were kids back then, but I was like, I always confused me while we was robbing Toys R Us and liquor stores. But.
Yeah, liquor stores, gas stations. It's like, and they tearing up the little clothing marts that they have downtown, owned by they're foreign owned, but but still, don't tear up your own community, people. That's all you got, unless you're gonna drive miles and miles to go in the city. But
I was asking some Ethiopians and Nigerians. I said, if that ever happened to one of you guys' own, what would you guys do? And they told me that it would never happen because they know that community is respected enough to where they're backed by a country, and that it would just be too much calamity.
It's like the
trade.
it's like the Somalis up there in Minnesota. Nobody don't fuck with the Somalis up there.
Nope. And I'm not Muslim, but man, the brothers from Chicago and Indianapolis, they don't mess with the Nation of Islam. Since Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali, they don't touch a hair on a Muslim brother or sister. And I got to give Farrakhan that credit to how he's able to have such a unified front. I don't want to be Muslim or anything, but I admire their togetherness.
Yeah. And hopefully this is what this can do. Instead of us warring with each other most of the year, every year, we can come together. I would like to see black people come together. I don't want to see black people going at each other like they do. But they do. You know?
I think the South, man, when the South starts waking up, man, that's when white people. Well, I think there's going to be some change. I think the South has some untapped spirit that's There's something about the South, man, where you guys are from, that needs to come out.
No, it can be everywhere. It don't just need to be the South. It can be everywhere.
Well, the reason why I say the South is because if you look at the West Coast with the Panthers in Oakland, the Nation of Islam in Chicago and New York, that's the East Coast, the Midwest, and the West Coast. And there's been conversation that the South is like the last untapped area.
No, the South is just more religious than other places, and religious people are not fighters, you know. But sure, I got to get to some more calls, man.
My bad. Man. All right, good video, Jay. Let's hit the super chat. Bye.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you, man. All right. But yeah, man, black people down here are very religious, and they're not fighters. I would just say that. Not all of them, because you got black people that will defend themselves if necessary. But you also have a lot of black people down here who are very religious, and they love white people. Okay? They'll get on Facebook and talk about, oh, this is horrible. But then they go back to kissing up to those same white people whenever they see them, you know, treating them like they're God, you know. That stuff goes on. But I think that goes on a lot of different places. But when you're dealing with the Bible Belt, you're going to see some of this behavior that is unnerving, so to speak. You know? But make sure y'all like the stream, man. Like the stream. We're here live. You know, when you like the stream, it lets me know that you like me speaking on these particular topics, you know? Yo, you live. What's going on?
Hey, Jay. It's Abby. What's up?
What's good, Abby? Long time no see, huh?
I know, and I wasn't going to call, but I was like, I'm kind of riled up with this topic, so
okay.
I wanted to call in and put in my 2 cents.
All right.
I won't get out of hand, Jay. I respect your guidelines or whatever. So,
okay. Well, I mean, you can speak your mind as long as it's not like crazy things are flying out.
Well, I've learned that if you do that, sometimes people close their ears and they don't listen to what you say. So I try not to come off too ignorant. If you
all right. We can be, you know, we can say what we want and still keep it in a logical manner, you know?
Right. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I agree a lot with pretty much all the callers who called in so far. One thing that the last caller said that I kind of picked up on was that he mentioned how in certain communities, these people don't really mess with them like that, you know, Muslims, and he mentioned specific communities. And I think that this killing, along with all the other killings we keep seeing of our people, it has a lot to do with the lack of respect these people have for not just us as a whole, but, you know, our men too, because I know that even though it's a lot of division in our community, we are still seen as a unit to people outside of our community. So we, a lot of the times, fight each other to divide ourselves, but they still see us as one. So they don't respect the women, they don't respect the men, and it shows. Yeah. Because when things happen, we do protest, we do fight. It's people who protest. There are people who fight, but at the end of the day, you know, the fighting and the protesting, like you said, we do it to ourselves. We tear up our communities, and, you know, not all, in most cases that I've seen, we tear up our communities, and we're very passionate, and all of these things happen, and then eventually everything kind of just trickles down. Everything dies down. Then until the next thing happens, the outrage is gone. And everybody is always constantly, like, trying to make sure these things change. And a lot of people have some great ideas on how we can change those things. Obviously, one of those things being us policing our own communities and not even calling these people to come in and deal with our stuff, because a lot of the times these people don't care about us. They have no sympathy for our old, our young, or for us. So calling them when they already have this hate and this nastiness in them, how do we expect them to protect us?
Right.
And yet a lot of our people still call them. A lot of our people still rely on them. Like there's a lot of religious people. You got to forgive people. Man, look, I believe in forgiveness, but I'm not about to keep forgiving somebody who hate me for no reason.
Right. I agree with that.
If they can't change that in them, then I'm not about to sit up here and walk on eggshells because you're uncomfortable with who I am and how I look. That's something within you. That has nothing to do with me. Me loving you and forgiving you ain't going to change that. So, you know, that's how I kind of look at it now. It's like, I don't wish that happens to your family member, but at the same time, you want me to sit up here and feel bad when something happens to you, when this is constantly happening to my people and don't nobody bat an eyelash, ever. Y'all keep it moving. So, like, you know, the guy, the actor, you know, I really like what he said. I hope that he does still continue to stand in his stuff, because I know he's saying all that now, but, you know, I hope he does stick to that. Because irregardless, Star Wars is a fucking huge, expensive franchise. Yeah, I know people can do all their little writing and get him off or whatever, but who gives a damn? He needs to stick to who he is as a man, as people see him, a black man, regardless of his nationality. He needs to stick to that and be like, look, this is how I feel, and this is what it is. Yeah. And he'll get a lot more respect, and he'll get a lot further that way, to me, personally.
Yeah, and I think
that's kind of what I...
Okay, well, you got it off? You got it off?
I'm done. It's on you now.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, he spoke his mind the way he felt, and people should be allowed to do that, whether you agree with them or not. You know, that video was disturbing a lot. It disturbed a lot of people. You literally saw somebody's life being taken for no reason whatsoever. It should never happen, you know?
Right, and it's a brother, I think it's a brother in the chat mentioning about what this really is. Yeah, look, people, we know that it really ain't got nothing to do about race. It's bigger than race, and I hope a lot of people whose eyes ain't open, they're opening up, because this stuff is not going to stop until it boils over. It's just like a pot on the stove. It's ready to boil over. It's going to boil over, and hopefully people are ready when it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why.
That's all I had to say, Jay.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate the call, Abby. Okay.
Glad I caught you live, man.
All right. Yeah, you did.
Bye.
Bye. Shout out to her. I think she got notification. But whether a lot of you feminist-minded black women like it or not, you need black male leadership. Yes, you do. Because they can protect your community. They can raise up your sons to be men, not males, and have a stronger group of men who are willing to lay their life on the line to protect the ones around them. You know, we do need more warrior spirit types out here who will do whatever it takes to protect their communities. We don't have that. That has been weeded out of us for almost 50 years. We're so used to women running and leading and controlling, and we were taking our orders from them. But who are they taking their orders from? You know, they're out here by themselves, working. I did the video clip. I posted a video on my Base Social Politics channel, which y'all should be subscribed to. Link in the description. I talked about how there was a black woman who admitted that white men hired them because they're more loyal and they work harder for them. That should never be the case. But it is. Because that guy feels in his spirit that black women will be loyal and respectful and help him build his empire, Yeah, but for the most part, the women are out here by themselves. Some of them want to be out there by themselves. They want to be away from black men. But until they embrace that leadership needs to happen, and these men need to teach the next generation of young men to be men and to be protectors of the community, and basically the code of that community, you're not going to have no community. You're just going to have a bunch of people just living there. And then when something pops off, we're looking outside the community for people to help us. No, you got to look inward. Let's see. I think this Duchess person is hurt. I'm a little bit more radical in how I believe things should be. People don't want to listen to me because they may think that I'm too conservative in my thinking. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot have a family without both the male and the female in it raising the kids up. And you need to have hierarchy between what's up here, what's in the middle, and what's below it. Nothing can survive without structure. Nothing. If you don't have a structure financially, socially, you're not going to go very far. You're always going to be looking outwardly for protection. People in Minnesota are looking for protection from people in Texas. Yo, you live.
Hello?
Yo.
Hey, what's up, Jay? How's it going?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you?
I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's Sketch from New York. Hey,
all right, cool.
Man? All right. Yo, I was just listening to I just got on listening to some of the parts you were saying, and one thing we missing is the leadership from us males and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many factors to screw that and stuff like that. Number one, you know what I'm saying? Black women, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to follow us men when we try to lead. You know what I'm saying? Even when we try to enforce it, they still won't follow it. They put white men on high pedestals so high and shit and everything that even we got to the point why should we lead? Why should we lead them? And shit like that. And things like this happen and shit like that for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
I buy Levian, man, woman, and child.
Like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, they want to blame us men for failing and stuff like that, but what about y'all part and everything? Look what y'all been doing. Y'all supported this feminism bullshit, and now you're supporting this LGBT bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Feminizing our young boys and stuff like that, making them females and all that shit, looking at damn celebrities. Like, yo, it kills me, man. And then when things don't really go their way,
but
you want to come back for us leadership and everything to take them, but y'all already all battered and messed up and fucked up in the mind. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be very hard, honestly, to have a structure. It wouldn't be that hard. All it takes is people accepting things for what it is. But there are people who don't want to accept the way the structure would be. They want to see themselves on top or as a decision maker, and that's just not how it's going to work. Because when it comes down to getting dirty, you ain't gonna want to get dirty.
Exactly. Because look, I'm debating with someone online. Like, you know what? I'm for teaching our young men to try to be logical when you deal with law enforcement, try to mind fuck them and shit like that. And I look at certain other videos. I'm like, you know what? He probably should never came at him like that because it ain't worth his life. But when I see this video we saw, then all that logic goes away. We have to start doing some Malcolm X, crazy Killmonger shit. You know what I'm saying? Back on their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really feel right now. You know what I'm saying? It's time to be like Black Panther. This time we got to be some Killmongers also too, even to the police. And some people are willing to sacrifice their lives for others and everything too, and admit to that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I was debating with this other dude, and he talking about, we got some white allies that get, you know, that's standing with us also. We know how I feel right now. When the mess goes down and everything, let's see how some of our white allies going to stand with us when we want to start making shit really poppin'. You know, everything's real. Because at the end of the day, they still looking out for their own. Every FNC still looking out for their own. I feel like we need to look out for our own also, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, so we can really have some power and everything. Like, you know, things like this don't happen. I'm still bothered by that video. Like, you know what? Why did, number one, that damn other officer, that Asian officer, should have told this police officer, you know what? Get off his neck. But he didn't.
Nope. I feel
like some people in that crowd, you know what?
To me, he looked like a rookie or a first-year guy. It looked like he hadn't even been a police officer long. Like he didn't have the amount of seniority to say something to the guy, and he was afraid to say something to him. That's how it seemed.
Because when I know about the Asian men and everything, they want to act real quiet and docile most of the damn time and shit and everything. That's just their nature and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to follow authority and shit of what they feel is higher power and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my mind, like, if I was that officer, I would have told that white officer, like, get off his neck. You don't need to do like this. If I have to risk my job, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Me and the officer have been throwing down. Because we have enough of this shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. Or someone in that crowd should have took something, threw something at that officer and shit like that. For real. Like, that time we need to stop being some killmongers. Even towards these police officers, so they know, like, you know, the power comes in numbers. And everything. Technically, you know what I'm saying? We got more numbers than they do.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to say,
bro, I gotta go. I appreciate the call, though, okay? But I gotta get to some more calls, all right?
Definitely, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right, man. Shout out to you, man. All right, I want to get to some more calls real quick. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey there. This is Kiara Renell.
What's good, Kiara? Are you a new caller?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. Shout out to you. What's on your mind?
So, I just wanted to come on here and say, like, definitely, I'm outraged. I feel like this is a thing that happens too often. You know, I'm raising sons myself, you know, and I live in a town that is very racist. Like, it used to be a sundown town. That's what people say, that it used to be. But it's still a sundown town. You know, you got people still calling you nigga, calling you boy.
Wow.
You know, things like that.
Wow.
But my thing is, with us in our community, we'll sit there and we'll say that.
Can you turn your background down, Kiara?
Yeah, just a moment.
Okay.
Like, we need to fight for one another, and we need to build a community and things like that. In the comments, I was talking to some of the young ladies there, and I was saying how the Willie Lynch letter is still, you know, alive and well. So you got colorism, and you got racism, and you got all of these other issues in the community. You know, you got drugs, you got alcohol, you got, you know, men sleeping with all the women in the community, and then, you know, they got babies, and they're not in their sons' lives, they're not in their daughters' lives, but then they're telling the women that they got to do X, Y, and Z. And women will always go to blows. You know, women will always be the ones to case farm them for black men. You know, just like in Wakanda Forever. You know, he had a whole crew of warrior women. But it's like, when it comes to the men doing the same for the black woman, where is that?
Well, I mean, we got to look at how a lot of these guys were raised. Okay, a lot of these guys aren't raised to get out here and be fighters and protectors. I'm not all, because you got guys that are really about that, but you got some that aren't. They will be on the sidelines recording, you know.
Yeah, I understand that. And that's also another thing that needs to be changed. That spectator mentality needs to be changed. That fear of what's going to happen needs to change. You know, it's a whole different dynamic that needs to take place, especially right now in the environment that we're in, with the whole world being shut down. You know, it should be a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like another caller said, how different communities are more quick to build one another up. You know, we do nothing but tear one another down. We throw shade at everybody about not being like someone else. You know, that comparison trap needs to go.
Well,
you know,
I think that's only surface level. Like, if you don't have the same type of house or make the same type of money, you got that surface level stunting that goes on, which I think is completely stupid. First off, you should never compete with people who you don't know. You don't know their situation. They don't know yours. And that does go on. It does need to stop because it gets you nowhere. And also,
right.
when you have,
I feel like there's no growth.
Yeah.
There's no real growth because yes, we're going to be angry every time.
Let me make this point. Hold on, let me make this point.
Kira,
Let me make this point real quick because I kind of forgot it, but I was gonna say that if you got single mothers, right, and you have sons that you're raising, the best thing I can tell you to do is get mentors around them. If you're not going to have a stepfather there or the father, you don't want the father around. Because there's women that like that, which I think I vehemently disagree with. You should always have the father in the son's life. But you should also get mentors around them that's going to push them to want to be successful. Because you got a lot of guys, man, if they've been living off their mama, they get used to it. They don't want to succeed. They don't want to do anything different, you know? But yeah, go ahead.
I hear that, but that's not. I'm raising independent young men, like, because I got the short end of the stick. Meaning, people made these children and then chose to leave, but yet they want to sit there and say how they kings and how they, you know what I'm saying? That's not a king. To give your seat to someone and then leave that, you know, that's not what it is. So what I'm saying is, as a whole, as a community, as a whole, yes, we should have righteous indignation when somebody's life is cut short. But we also should have that same energy when, you know, we still dying from drugs and we still dying from gang violence. We still dying from all of that. It's an all-around thing. That's all I'm saying, brother.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying. I appreciate the call, too. Okay, Kira?
Yeah, you have a wonderful one.
Okay, you too. All right?
Hey.
All right. Shout out to Kira with the call. You still got black people taking each other's lives. That's why, you know, I don't get the outrage sometimes, and we're upset at everybody else, but we tear each other apart all the time. Yo, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's up, Jay? This is John from New York here.
What's good, John?
Jay, have you noticed the fake outrage when it comes to some sisters? Like, they want to be, like, this is their men now, but meanwhile, they're the ones that mess up their career, throw them under the bus and all that other bullshit.
Yeah.
Now they want to jump.
No, go ahead.
Now they want to jump the fence, but meanwhile, you was always, like, dogging them, you know, throw them under the bus and all this other BS. But
well, I'm gonna say this, John. I'm gonna say this, John, because I want to stick more to what we're speaking about here. But with as far as what you're saying, I mean, that's gonna happen when you have bitter people who've had failed relationships. They're going to seek to not take accountability, but look and say, okay, if I switch this, then it'll work. And it never really happens. Most of the time, it never really happens. They go right back to where they were before.
I see, but I just noticed because like now you crying, now you trying to be with the people, but meanwhile, like months ago or years ago, you was ready to put them, you know, under the bus and all this stuff, like.
Yeah, but what do you think about the topic, man?
I think it's a good topic though, Jay, for us, because we need to, like, wake up and realize what's going on in this world today. Like with that cop, with that guy in Minneapolis, he died, right? And you know, we need to start waking up to realize that this has to stop as a community. You know, we gotta, you know, because there's no way, in my opinion, Jay, about that cop. He should have put his knee down, you know, and the man said that he can't breathe.
Yeah, that was bad policing.
That was very bad policing. I mean, and I'm surprised the other cop didn't say nothing. Like, say something like, tell him to get off there because he can't breathe. He probably has asthma or whatever the case may be with him. But they didn't do nothing. They just stood there and watched, and one of them recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the same thing with Eric Garner years ago in New York. I mean, like when is these law enforcement, police, when it's going to be like some real action against these guys? I mean, like that's what I want to see, some real action.
Well, when black people stop apologizing and actually take action, action doesn't always mean violence. It could mean coming together and building something. That's an overused term. Let me not say building. Come together and really look to create something that lasts,
I understand. But I'm just saying like, not violence, but I'm just saying like, somebody has to take complete action against this kind of behavior, this kind of action, because like, this been going on for so many years, and they think they're just going to get away with it every time they're going to keep on doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, John, I appreciate the call, man. I want to get to at least one or two more calls, but thanks for calling in, okay?
Okay. All right.
Bye. Shout out to John. All right. Shout out to John with the call. You're live with Jay the Black. What's up?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Keep the whole band with you, man. We've been through this before, and we keep on talking about we need to pray and this and everything like that. It's time for us to take a stand, man. You know what I'm saying? We need a selective few that'll bang out, and a selective few that will do something as far as like infrastructure, as far as like the community and things like that.
Right.
Because we're gonna have to sacrifice.
Yep.
So that's how I feel about it, man. But this has been going on for years. The only difference is, it's being filmed now.
Yeah. Yeah, the stories were worse back then. Yeah.
Yeah, but now we can do something about it now. You know what I'm saying? We're not like back in the 50s. We can do something about it.
Yeah, I will tell you this though. I will say this real quick. You cannot create and build without sacrifice. That's the one thing I've learned throughout history. Some people gonna have to sacrifice something.
Fact. Fact. Like I'm not saying I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, but I'm not saying like the original gangster now. You know what I'm saying? Go out here and do what I need to do. But I'm just saying, if we had formation, if we had like discipline and things like that, I'll be on the front lines, man. I'm just keeping the band because like I'm a man. I got kids out there.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think there's a lot of people who would fall in line if there was proper structured leadership. I think a lot of dudes would fall in line.
Right. Yeah. But hopefully justice will get served, man, and that's all we gotta do. Just strive and live. All right, Jay, that's all I gotta say, man. Protect yourself at all times, man.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for the call, bro.
All
right. Yeah, man. I truly believe that there are guys, a lot of them, that would fall in line if there was a proper structure, because it would give them something to strive for. It will say, okay, there's leadership there, there's structure there. I want to be a part of that. I want to protect myself and my family. I think a lot of people would sign up for that. I just think we don't trust, these faux leaders that we have out here. There's no trust for them. We don't trust where they're coming from, their plans. We don't think they're going to follow through. We don't think that they have what it takes, so to speak, But I do think that if you had a structure like some of these other communities have. There are plenty of young men who would go and want to be a part of that. And women too, as long as women knew their place in the structure. Because a lot of these women are like, I ain't doing that. I ain't got to do it. I have a master's degree. I work in corporate America. It's like, okay. And of course, you got these guys who hate male leadership, so they'll never follow another man. But again, it's all about like-minded people. You need like-minded people first. That's how you grow any type of organization, is through like-minded people who believe in each other and what you're doing. But of course, you're going to have the naysayers. You're going to have people who don't want to be a part of it. That's what you're going to have, and that's fine, But if it's successful, they'll fall in line as well, because they will eventually have to. Especially when it comes to protecting yourself and your community. They will fall in line. Or they will get nothing but the shield wall. Okay, I think that's it for that. This has been a good live stream, man. But salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to the people that hit the super chat today. This is my third stream in a row. Can you believe that? I didn't go live none last week, and I'm live this week. And a lot of y'all was here early, which is good. But because y'all know I study a lot of history. I'm very fascinated by history. In the rise and fall of kingdoms, the creation of countries, especially in Europe. Europe has a bunch of countries that were basically barbarian steppe tribe settlements, so to speak, even though they went in by force. And, they eventually established themselves as Christian kingdoms, but they weren't. They had structure and organization, but they weren't legitimized. But they came in putting foot to ass, or arrow to ass. You know what I'm saying? Just go look at some of the creations of some of these countries, man. How they got started. Now, most of them came from what? The Eurasian steppes. Yeah, the Vikings settled a lot of those in what is now Russia and some of those areas there. Vikings settled a lot of different places in Europe. But yeah, go look at the origins of some of those countries in Europe and where those people came from. But I appreciate everybody that's here. Shout out to Kiara, subscribing. Shout out to the new subscribers. I'm sure some of them are saying something on social media, Shy, if you go look it up. But most may not be vocal. This happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Brittany. But yeah, man. I think that's about it, man. I think that's all I had to really say. I wanted to get y'all take on it to see what y'all thought. But yeah, man, it's a good live stream, man. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is lively, constantly, Shout out to everybody that interacts with me there. Facebook, Instagram, you can interact with me there as well. Shout out to the people who support me monthly on Patreon that support the content, because I do put into my content, because I want to give y'all the best shows that I can. So I appreciate the support. Y'all gotta understand the support means a lot, because I wouldn't do streams like this or other ones if I didn't feel like my audience wanted to see it. And because y'all wanted to see it, I was gonna do it. All right, hold on a second. Let's see. But yeah, like the stream if you haven't. Yeah, like the stream if you haven't. And become a member too. Become a member. You know, you can always join the team. I do post on my team only, my member only community tab. I do that. But yeah, man, y'all take care. And yeah, man, be careful out here. Be very vigilant and stay connected to like-minded people, man. I'll see y'all in the next live show.